This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
With no fees or minimums on checking accounts, it's no wonder that Capital One Bank Guy is so passionate about banking with Capital One. If he were here, he wouldn't just tell you about no fees or minimums. He'd also tell you about how Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. Yep, even on weekends. It's pretty much all he talks about, in a good way. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bankguy. Capital One N.A., member FDIC. Hi, and welcome to the Short Stuff Podcast. I'm Josh. There's Charles, there's Jerome, and this is, again, the Short Stuff Podcast. This one in particular is the Short Stuff Podcast where we discuss thread counts in bedding. Let's begin.
Yeah, and this one reeks of typical stuff you should know, and that occasionally we will bust a myth or two.
And bust a move.
That probably might disappoint some folks, like Dr. Seuss lovers.
Yeah.
When we pooped all over his early career. But now we're going to poop on thread count, because thread count has become one of these things, starting in like the early 2000s, when you would literally see thread counts of 1,000. It became one of those numbers, and they pointed out in this How Stuff Works article, it was like IQ or gas mileage or something, where no one thought about anything but that number. It was like, oh, well, it's 1,000. It's got to be better than the 800, which is better than the 600, which is better than the 300.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, do you know where that came from, the whole thread count thing? It's not like thread count hadn't been a factor before, but it was like an industry thing, and somehow it got brought out to the consumer. I'm guessing by some yuppie scum who boasted about their thread count somewhere, maybe in a movie or on a TV show, and then it just kind of took off from there.
Yeah. But here's the disappointing revelation, everyone. Mm-hmm. What I read, it's not in this article, but I read in a different one, that anything over 400, well, first of all, thread count is the number of horizontal and vertical threads per square inch.
Yep. So if you cut a square inch out of your sheet, get a microscope, and count every single one of the threads, not where they cross or anything like that, but just the individual threads, that's your thread count.
And It's just added. There's no weird formula. Horizontal plus vertical.
Well, you also do the square root of pi.
right in the middle of it.
Right.
Just for fun.
Yeah.
Here's the dirty secret, though. Apparently, anything over 400 is just bogus, because a square inch is a square inch. There's only so much thread you can fit in it. And what I read was that 400 is that number, without getting manipulative.
Okay, all right. So what I read is that you can exceed that number without getting manipulative, but to exceed that number, you have to use smaller, thinner and thinner fibers.
But that's manipulative.
I guess it's manipulative, but yes, it is. But you can, there's also outright manipulation where there's just not that many fibers in there. There's just not that many threads. Okay, all right. But if you use thinner and thinner fibers to fit more and more threads into that square inch, you're giving the thread count that you're saying, but it's not necessarily going to be a better sheet. It might feel pretty nice because what you're doing is creating like one really solid piece of material, but because the thread you're using is so thin, it might not be quite as durable. Those threads might break more easily, leading to fraying, pilling.
The pilling is the worst.
It might just catch fire spontaneously. It might suck the life out of you while you're sleeping. There's a lot of things that can go wrong if the threads of your sheets snap in the middle of the night.
Yeah, so there's a woman named Lexi Sachs who works at the Good Housekeeping Institute, and she says in this article the sweet spot is between 300 and 500, or anywhere from 300 to 500. Because if it goes higher than that, then the cotton becomes thin, because like you said, that probably means they're using thinner thread just to get that number up.
Right.
But what you're looking for is it depends on who you are, but if you want a soft and durable sheet, then you want it to be in that 400 range.
Right. Which is great. They don't even mention thread counts much anymore, do they?
I haven't bought sheets in a while, but I bet it's still a thing.
Okay, but I think one of the reasons it used to be like whether you were in the market for sheets or not, you were bombarded with thread counts
Just
on
thread
TV,
count.
radio,
That's all you
people
heard
in their
about.
car. Yeah. So, and it definitely has subsided. And one of the reasons it subsided is because we'll be right back after this message. Hey everybody, we're here to talk to you about Wayfair, who believes that spaces should be functional, they should be comfortable, they should be well designed, and they can be well designed by you with their help.
Your updated space should feel more comfortable, inviting, and practical for everyday use. And we're talking about outdoor seating. We're talking about grills. We're talking about major appliances. If you need storage solutions, Wayfair can help you out. Patio lighting, rugs, decor. It is your one-stop shop for home.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting nice out, so it's time to think about living outdoors for the next few months. And Wayfair knows that outdoor furniture, it's heavy, it's intimidating to assemble. So Wayfair has stepped in and said, we're going to handle the hard part so you don't have to.
That's right. You can shop Wayfair Verified, your shortcut to the good stuff. And that means their team of product specialists are going to vet everything by hand using a 10-point inspection, testing things like, quality materials, functionality, and features, and even how long it takes to build that piece of furniture. And the overall experience save time, reduce hassle, and improved convenience.
Patio season is here, and these deals won't last. So head to wayfair.com right now to get your outdoor space ready for way less. That's WAYFAIR.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Hey everybody, we want to talk to you about The Big Bang Theory. That's a show that became one of the most defining sitcom of its era and really built a fan base around its memorable characters and unique group dynamic.
That's right, which is why we think you'll enjoy the official Big Bang Theory podcast. It's back, covering seasons 3 and 4 of the show. Host Jessica Radloff sits down with crew and cast members like Kunal Nair, who plays Raj, Mayim Bialik, who plays Amy, and Kevin Sussman, who plays Stuart.
That's right. You're going to learn all about the Easter eggs you may have missed, behind-the-scenes stories, and how certain real-life relationships shaped some of the most memorable storylines.
Yeah, there's cast reflections years after the series aired and expanded content around famous episodes and storylines. It is exactly what you're looking for if you're a fan of the Big Bang Theory. The season is on video, so watch the official Big Bang Theory podcast on HBO Max, or listen wherever you get your podcasts, and stream episodes of the Big Bang Theory on HBO Max. All right, Chuck, one of the reasons it's subsided is because, again, some people were just straight up perpetrating outright fraud.
Perpin fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird. I don't hear as much about it anymore, like you're talking about. And maybe this fraud being exposed has something to do with that.
I think it definitely is.
So, like for a period of time in the United States, at least, we were duped into it. Like I remember thinking, like, oh my God, I don't know what my thread count is. Mm-hmm. Like I need to find it. That became the pickup line. It replaced what's your sign.
Right. I've got 800 thread count sheets that can blow your mind.
So we were all duped for a while. But it really kind of depends if you're shopping on what you're after in a sheet. Like some people like those flannel sheets. Mm-hmm. I think I had flannel for a little while in college.
It's too hot.
For me, for sure. Sometimes people cottoned to those all cotton, they call them jersey or t-shirt sheets.
Oh, that's just weird.
I went down that road for a little while.
Boy, you've tried them all, haven't you?
Yeah, I've never gone silk or satin.
Yeah, no. What about sateen?
No, what is sateen?
I don't know if it's just a synthetic satin or, I think it's even like more satiny than satin.
Okay, well, supposedly a sateen weave will float the yarn over a few rows at a time, mm-hmm. Which makes it smoother, apparently.
So what about percale?
I don't even know what that is.
So percale is kind of like a crisp, sturdy cotton weave.
Okay.
It's kind of like a basket weave. But it's funny how like you can use, if you use certain types of fibers and and certain types of weaves, you're going to get totally different feels. And it's totally personal preference. I'm sure when I said jersey just feels weird, someone out there is like, you're nuts, Clark. I love jersey.
Who doesn't want to sleep on a T-shirt?
It's all just personal preference. And luckily, the textile industry has heard this, that there are many different preferences, and they're giving us many different things to work with here.
Yeah, and some of those like jersey sheets and the cotton sheets like that, well, and this is something I've just learned by having a young daughter, it will tangle your hair a lot if you have long, straight hair or curly hair, God forbid, because that cotton, when you move around, it grabs hold. So what they recommend is like a satin pillowcase for kids, for toddlers, because and it just makes sense, your hair will slip around on that and not get as tangly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's in the mail. It's coming. I'll report back on success rates. But that is supposedly a big anti-tangler is a satin sheet.
Yeah, Yumi's gotten us silk, just pillowcases, not the sheets, just the pillowcases.
Yeah, you like it?
It's great. I had no idea why. Now I understand why. I just thought she was showing off or something. But
who are you, the King of France?
Right. We got silk pillowcases now. But they are very nice to sleep on, I have to admit.
Yeah, it's a small indulgence. I like it.
But it's just a fraction of an indulgence. You get the whole sheet set or whatever, then you are showing off. I don't think I would like it. I just like it's fine for a pillowcase.
I'd be afraid I'd slip off the bed or something.
Exactly.
Because I wear my silk pajamas. Silk on silk, you know what that means.
Well, yeah, you're toast. You're just going to keep sliding indefinitely until a car stops you.
So everyone's getting duped. It's in the 2000s. They start coming out with these crazy numbers, like I said, up to 1,000. And they were able to do this because there is no FTC mandate on how to determine thread count. So you can kind of just say whatever you want, and you can't be tagged for false advertising.
Well, what they were doing also was they were saying, we're using 2-ply cotton threads, which is 2 thin strands of cotton wound together to make a thicker strand of cotton. So we have 300 of those in a square inch, but they're 2-ply, so we're going to call these 600 thread count. Some people, apparently India, Pakistan, and China, were putting out a substantial amount of sheets that it didn't matter what you did, you weren't going to come up with the thread counts that they were being advertised at.
Yeah.
And so the International Trade Commission heard some complaints, and they actually authorized customs agents around the world to seize sheet shipments.
Say that again.
To seize sheet shipments. Bam.
Man, that's a tough one.
Yeah. And test them. I don't know if they tested them on the spot or what, but I'm sure there were some nervous boat captains standing there is it gonna come back with, man? And they found a lot of sheets that were coming out of, again, India, Pakistan, and China that weren't up to the thread counts. And I think that was kind of the crest of that wave, and the fact that the International Trade Commission actually took action on it, it just kind of beat back that little subset of fraud, and so that's where thread counts went. And apparently one of the other things that was fraudulent was Egyptian cotton.
Yeah, Egyptian cotton is a real thing, and it is great because it's a longer fiber.
Staple is what they call it.
Yeah, which means it's softer for sure and more durable. So it's not like if you see Egyptian cotton, it's not some big scam unless it's not Egyptian cotton. Mm-hmm. And again, all kinds of brands were advertising Egyptian cotton that were not Egyptian cotton. Mm-hmm. So if you go into a store today and you see a 1,000 thread count Egyptian cotton sheet, be very wary, I would say.
Yeah,
run away screaming.
Well, unless it costs you a pretty penny and it's from a brand that you know and trust.
Well, I don't know.
I think the rule, it's true. I mean, yeah, it's true in this day and age. But at a time, I think if you bought sheets from a brand, a very trustworthy brand, and they were expensive sheets,
you would think
you're probably getting what you're paying for. This article from How Stuff Works says if you see Egyptian cotton and it's inexpensive, you're probably not getting Egyptian cotton.
I'm surprised there's not an app delivery service called Sheety.
Oh, I'll bet there's going to be in about 2 weeks now.
All right, just give us a small cut. That's all I ask.
Did they ever though, Chuck? Whenever you come up with these
No.
ideas, did Sharknado ever give you any?
I got no Sharknado money.
You got no sugar from Sharknado.
Nope.
Did you seize the sheets from Sharknado's sugar?
I don't even know what that means.
It doesn't mean anything.
I got nothing else.
I haven't had anything else for about 30 seconds. So
Great.
let's end this, okay?
Okay.
If you want to know more about this, go to howstuffworks.com and check out this article, and also send us an email to stuffpodcast@howstuffworks.com.